Fellas! Today is a special day. We present the Gauntlet! Tropius on the overworld map. History, Tropius on the water map. A legend, Tropius on the cave map. Well grounded. 2 Tropiuses in a row. A miracle. But 3 Tropiuses back to back to back without failure. That lies as nothing more than but a myth. A half-truth that cannot be confirmed or denied. It is up to us to bridge the gap between myth and reality and complete the final Pikame challenge. Can we get 3 Tropiuses in a row without losing after we get the first one? So how this works, as you can see on the top of the screen, there are 3 Tropiuses sitting up there. Now they are not sitting there, but when we get a Tropius, they will start to appear. So if we get Tropius this round, for example, Tropius, and then we're on the water map, Tropius, and then Tropius on cave map, Tropius. If we get all 3 of them, then the Tropius Trilogy shall be completed. The Tropius Gauntlet. No, we did the Tropius Trilogy, the Tropius Gauntlet. It's up to us to make our dreams be memes. I have not added Silksong music because I've never played Silksong. I'd rather avoid spoilers as much as I can. But when I do play Silksong, I'll add some beats that I like from it. Alex, you weren't here when I won. You ain't do shit. But I added some new beats to the playlist though. I added some requested beats and some more beats that I should have added from before. And we didn't go through all the beats on the first time I did this playlist too, so there's gonna be other songs that y'all haven't heard yet. Yes, Cosmocat. It is time for the Tropius Gauntlet. The challenge to end all challenges. The hunt to end all hunts. 3 Tropiuses in a row. Once we get the first one, we cannot lose. Which means if we lose this game, for example, nothing happens. If we get Tropius on this one and then lose the next one, we have to restart the challenge. There's no consequences until we get the first Tropius, and then we have to hope and pray. We gotta roll the dice. Now, since we've gotten a Tropius on the overworld map, it should become easier the second time round. But next is I haven't even finished Hollow Knight yet. I can't play Hollow Knight Silksong if I haven't even beaten Hollow Knight. What did Root Beer do? I know he was being a little bit of a troll a couple streams ago, but he's a good guy. Oh, I'll get to it eventually, Nexus. Don't you worry. I'm meaning to finish Hollow Knight. But for today, Tropius Gauntlet. It must be completed to prove I am the greatest Pikame player of all time. So, how's everybody doing tonight? Doing good, doing alright, that's what I like to hear. Of course, it always gets better when I go live. That's what I've been told. Tommy, I would rather kill myself than play Steel of Brain Rot. I'd rather kill myself than play Roblox, as a matter of fact. Not after what they've done. They have proven themselves to be some of the scummiest people on the earth. And instead of admitting they're wrong, they fight tooth and nail. I can't say I fully blame them, but what they've done is horribly wrong and they should not be supported. Pokemon Unite in the Big 25? You know what's funny is at one point, I actually considered like having a whole Unite arc. I did like 2 streams though, and never went back. Not because I thought it was a bad game. I did enjoy the time I played on it. It's just like all competitive games for me. Eventually, you hit a wall, and then you realize it's not worth your time. You know, there's no point in trying to spend all this time when you could be doing better things with your life. Adding Vaporeon. There must have been a lot of demand for Vaporeon. If you get my drift. I would not recommend spinning until you pass out. As you can see, you are suffering the consequences of your actions. Oh yeah, Cosmic Cat, how long have you been at getting your first Tropius? First one takes a while. At least it did for me. But I have seen some people get it pretty fast, so maybe I was just really bad. Of course, I did also have the reset modifier back then. That wasn't helping my case, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how many runs that would have been V1 actually got ended because of the reset thing. No doubt it played a role, but I think I was just playing bad, because y'all have noticed that when I get like busy talking to y'all a lot, it becomes harder to focus. So when I lock in, when I talk less, I do better. Actually, unfortunately, that's just a flaw I have, where if I'm not focused fully on something, I do worse. Maybe with enough time, I'll get better at multitasking, but I definitely gotta lock in to be at my absolute best. But that's okay, because streaming is not all about the goal, it's about the time we spend together. Okay, but here's the question. Have you been actively working on it, or have you kind of just been like stabbing at it whenever you have a little bit of time and feel like it? I think that's the key difference. That's the question. Which is that's recommended. I don't recommend spending every waking moment on Pikame. You gotta spend it on Pikame story mode. Yo, what's good, Vinron? I'll tell you what's not good, this run. Unless I get another Mawile, then everything will fall into place. Well, speak of the devil. All falls into place. Arceus on the board. Yurik, first off, welcome. Second, I have been for the past, I guess, couple of weeks. Because a couple weeks ago, I was reminiscing on call the other night with Vanix, and I was like, bro, you know, the short streaming era was low-key kind of peak. I gotta bring that back, and maybe it'll help my channel grow, because my channel, like my shorts have kind of been stuck in algorithm hell. Because that is where a lot of y'all came from. See, now that I think about it though, isn't this your first stream for me in a long time? I think I haven't seen you since the old days, but I could be wrong. I could be remembering incorrectly. You've been missing the streams. Play Fortnite again. You know what's funny is last night I was actually on Fortnite for the first time in like a good long while, because some of my friends were playing it and they were like, really nice, you should totally hop in. And interestingly, I would definitely say I was like a little rusty, but I wasn't too bad for it being my first time back in a while. I think I was unironically being hindered more by my like game having frame drops. Because I don't know, for some reason my Fortnite lags with the frame rate, which is weird because I have a 3050 RTX in my computer. That's a good graphics card. It's not the best graphics card, but it's not a bad one either. I don't know why it would be lagging like that. There's got to be some settings I gotta change. Last one you watched was the first Mario Kart ones. Okay, so it was definitely back when I was first getting started. But yeah, we are officially in a new short streaming era. We're doing what we were doing last year, but in the Big 25. I believe it has the potential to work out. Like, even if this is what it takes to get to like 100K, I think that's fine, because as long as I'm not like the main problem with the old era was I was basically abandoning shorts as a result of streaming the shorts feed. I was putting too much priority on the streams and not enough on making shorts as well. But I am not abandoning my shorts now. I am posting shorts as I stream. I think that is okay, because short streams bring loyal people that will eventually form a bigger active community. And shorts are more for like building the long-term legacy that eventually becomes a legacy. It becomes history. Yeah, the main thing is that I did fumble last time by I stopped uploading for like 2 weeks. I stopped making short streams for like 2 weeks, and I was YouTube for like stopped recommending my short streams. I do think that if I had kept trying after that point, I could have gotten like what I had back. But you know, the past is the past, and we can't reminisce too much about it. Okay, bring that down. Yo, Hack Crusade! It's time for the ultimate peak game challenge, the challenge to end all challenges. Can we get 3 Tropiuses, 1 on each map, without losing after we get the first one? It's gonna be incredibly difficult, but if it can be done, I will most likely cement myself as truly the greatest Pika game player of all time. There will never be a better Pika game player than me. If I can do it. Oh, well. Unfortunately, this first run is not the run, but it's okay. That's okay. We're just getting started. Oh, Pear's here too. Yo, what's good, Pear? Okay, I get the whole Nira friend chat here. Yo, what's good, guys? It's the ultimate challenge day. Yurik, you should remember from the old era, Pear's one of my buddies. Like, it's not like Pear just found me one day out of millions of people. Was like, yo, I like this guy. This guy's so cool. I mean, I'm sure he totally thinks that, but like, I've known Pear for quite a while. I knew him before he got big. That's why he comes around. I'm kind of surprised we got that far last round, given how messy the board was for a lot of it. You know what's ironic is, at the time, I think that Pear found me, actually, because, like, it's a bit of a weird story, because I technically knew Pear, like, long before he got into YouTube, but I left his community in, like, 2020, and then came back in, like, 2022, before, like, right before we all started really locking into YouTube, and then I've obviously stuck around ever since. But I technically knew Pear even before, like, even before any of us started really locking in. This is true. Genuine question. I think that the strat to getting Tropius is a complete accident now that you watch older streams. And what do you mean? Like, just keep playing until you get it? No strategy involved? Or I will say, I don't think that you shouldn't overthink it. I don't think that that's good for getting Tropius. Like, if you make one bad move at the start of the game and then you say, oh, dead game, reset, you'll never get anywhere, because I have witnessed on numerous occasions little miracles that happen. And while ultimately most of the time those miracles don't lead towards Tropius, it looks like they could. I think it's about, it's a mix of strategy and just, like, brute forcing it, honestly. Because you saw how close we were that first game, and I kind of brute forced it to an extent. It's not that you don't strategize. There is a strategy, but it's also, there's luck, and you have to know how to manipulate that luck towards your, into your favor. That's why I think the Pikame Gauntlet, the Tropius Gauntlet is possible, because there's definitely a factor of luck involved, but I think luck is more, you don't want to get, you don't want to have an unlucky game where everything just goes wrong. If that happens, then you're cooked no matter what. But with a decent setup, I think you can get Tropius a lot more than what we do. I should be in one of Pear's played. How would I have a role in that? Well, ideally, we should get some Tropiuses tonight. I think it's gonna get easier going forward, honestly. I think with every Tropius you get, it just gets easier because you start to understand the patterns more. You see what works and you learn from it. It's harder to see when you don't get Tropius, but when you do get it, you're like, oh, so that's what I did. This is true, Vanrun. Also, I think, okay, we just started streaming, already at 42 viewers. This might be the new top performing stream. Welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. If anybody is new here, welcome. You are now witnessing the greatest YouTube story that will ever be told. And you're here early while I'm still, quote, unquote, small. Because, I mean, yeah, like, I am still small. I only have, like, almost 5K subs. I would call that small. Not, like, tiny, but, you're still here early. If you like, real content with an authentic personality, then you're in the right spot. So I make real content. And if you like Mario and Nintendo content, and maybe a bit of Deltarune here and there, then, you know, I'm right here, you know. That's why I was saying you're like, when I say I'm small, it's not that I'm like abysmally tiny. I'm not nothing, but I would say that 4.5K is still small in the grand scheme of things. Like, I would say 10K is the threshold to be a medium-sized YouTuber, and then 100K is the threshold for being a big YouTuber, because after you're verified, everything changes. People look at you differently. People don't have to know who you are. If you have a check mark, then they know you're a real YouTuber. That's why I consider 100K to be the threshold for being a quote-unquote real YouTuber. Also, howdy, some fandom lover. Welcome. Hey, 4467, my man. It has been a while. I do remember you. I remember you. I remember that me profile picture. I could never forget you, man. I remember a lot of y'all who were from the original era, mainly by profile pictures. So if anybody from the OG era last year is on alt accounts, I might not recognize you, but I remember you. I'll remember profile pictures pretty well. I have 3 Mario X Deltarune shorts, actually. See, like, I'm not a Deltarune YouTuber, but I will cover Deltarune sometimes if I can combine it with the Mario topic, because I like Deltarune. I'm actively invested to see where Deltarune goes. I think it's a great story with an amazing soundtrack. Yeah, that's good, 4467. No, could never forget you. I'm glad you finally came back around. Like, I'm guessing YouTube is recommended the stream to you while you were streaming, scrolling the shorts feed. That's what I would expect. Oh my god, Arceus! Oh my god, 2 Arceuses in a row. We're literally going to chat. We literally go did. Been playing Pokemon Unbound. You know, I don't know if I've actually ever heard of Pokemon Unbound. It sounds vaguely familiar, but what happened? Is it a fan game? Or I'm pretty sure it sounds like a fan game. It's a fan game. Okay, it sounded like a fan game. Never heard of it though, or like, well, maybe I've heard of it, but I never like. I'm not sure what happens in it. Yo, what's up, Thunkit? Yeah, dude, this is my second game of the stream, and we've already gotten 2 Arceuses in a row. We were really close last game too. We had an Arceus and a Groudon, shiny Groudon. Might I add? Put that right there. You go right there. Put that right there. Yes, this can go right here. Oh yeah, that works out well. That works out swimmingly. Let's go. Bro, what a great game so far. Random lore drop. Did you eat a Wendy's wrapper that was in your bacon eater today? Wait, what happened? Like, did they leave like the wrapper in your food or something? And so you're suing them? What's my favorite Pokemon? Okay, that I can answer for sure. And call me really basic, because I'm literally an NPC, but dude, I like Pikachu. Pikachu's my favorite Pokemon. You know, because like, I can't go wrong. Pikachu's cool, cute, like, has some great moves. Like, what's not to love about Pikachu? But some other Pokemon I really like are, I like Swampert and the evolved version of Oshawott. I can't remember its name, but I love that one as well. Shoot, what were my other picks? I think Luxray or Luxcario, one of the two. Or I also like those ones. To name a few. But I have a soft spot for Pikachu, you know. Cannot go wrong with Pikachu. Well, unless it's competitive. Pikachu's, like, kind of mid and competitive, but... For the most, like... but I'm a Pokemon casual. I'm not a competitive player by any means. I'm not really interested in Pokemon competitive. I feel like it would get too repetitive for me. If I'm gonna play a Pokemon game, it's gonna be more for the story, in my opinion. And I gotta sue him, but I will say that is a very particular situation that you got yourself into. Okay, where do we go from here? Ideally, I want to get a Mawile right here to combine. I know Pikachu's next to the chamber. Put you right there. Okay, I'll put you right here. Oh, okay, that was close. Almost ended my game. Woohoo, that was close. Hey, Criminal Cat. Also, 70 viewers. Yo, YouTube is on fire right now. Yo, if anybody is new here, say hello. I want to greet y'all. I am actively reading the chat and saying hello to people. You don't hop on for a moment? Aw, damn. Well, if you have to go soon, then you know we may get it tonight, but maybe we won't. We never know. Yo, what's up, Rice Diozy? Welcome, welcome. You are now witnessing the greatest YouTube story that will ever be told. And you are early, so make sure to hit that subscribe button. Plus, if you like real authentic content by a real creator, Skymaster, welcome. Come on, chat. I know we can somehow overcome this. Joseph says hello, so does Steenstar. Oh, well, tell him I say hello as well. Tell him that they better be on their best behavior, otherwise Santa Claus may not come this Christmas. And I would hate for Santa Claus not to come this Christmas. Bro, it's actually close. YouTube is finally pushing out these streams more. That's what I was saying. I genuinely believed that as long as you're active in the shorts feed, YouTube pushes you out. And I mean, this is a good streaming game as well. That's another reason why I keep it coming. This is just a good game to watch in general. I had somebody suggesting I stream Repo, but I don't know if that would do well on this channel. Partially because it doesn't really fit my philosophy when it comes to choosing games to stream. I'm not saying it's not a good game, but it doesn't really fit my streaming philosophy, but also Repo was more of a trendy kind of game as opposed to a game that has longevity, in my opinion. Oh, you gotta be shitting me, dog. Unless these two somehow connect. It's unlikely, but... Oh, it worked! It worked! Oh my gosh, that worked! Woo! Okay. If you're oh, Blastoise is a good one. I like Blastoise too. That shit actually worked. It's not over, chat. It's not over. As long as I don't drop these Weedles in the wrong spot. That's gonna be tricky, because I feel like it's gonna bounce. Oh, let's go! That's clutch. Oh, I should probably... Oh yeah, we gotta change the music a little bit. Because, this is the even hyper moments. Good observation, Tam. I got... This is the perfect music for the hypeness of, when you get an Arceus on the board, you've already gotten to, you're halfway there. That's when you're close. And if you have a Groudon on the board, you're even closer. Because then we gotta make one of every other Pokemon to eventually combine and win. Thoughts on Legend ZA? I haven't played it yet, but I'm going to. So I can't give an opinion yet, but I've heard it's got a really good story. And since I play Pokemon for the story, I think it's worth giving it a try. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that Weedle is it gonna... Is that Rotom gonna roll downward? It's the Tapu Lele is shaking. I obviously don't combine here, otherwise it'll end the game. Maybe it just needs a little push. Come on, Rotom, roll down. Yes, it's rolling down. Rotom, go down. Yes, yes, yes. We're so close. We're so close, chat. But I and O are close together. Try to get an idea for a Fakemon gimmick. I see. It's bad to judge without trying, but ZA looks bad in my opinion. You're expecting it to be more of a Sword and Shield, Arceus in a way. Well, my understanding is that it's a continuation of Pokemon X and Y. I don't think it looks bad. I actually think that like the real time Pokemon battles thing is it's a good mechanic as well. Ooh, oh, that's not gonna fit, is it? That's not gonna fit. Oh, if we had just a little bit more space. Oh, the upset. Oh, that's not gonna fit, chat. It's not gonna fit. It's gonna... That's not gonna fit, unfortunately. No, we were like right there. Yeah, I mean, even if I could somehow fit it right here, that wouldn't do us any good. It would have to go right here. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Wait, you said wait. Whoa. Damn. Put the back. Put the back between the Rotom and the rock thing. That's not gonna fit either. It wouldn't matter. Putting it right here is not gonna help us win. It's gonna just take more space. That is unfortunate, because, like, see, there's all this space in the middle by Groudon and Arceus. Basically, if Garchomp had gone down, we would have won. The end of it. No, it's not gonna work. It's just not gonna fit. Yeah, unfortunately, it was a good run, guys. It was a good run. It was a good run. We tried our best. But that's 2 close games in a row. I think we can get it. Like, don't give up on hope just yet. We may have lost this one, but that was only my 2nd game. And we already got to that close both times. I think we'll get it this next round. This round will be the round, trust. And the thing too, chat, to those who don't know, this is the hardest map to get Tropius on. Also, I just want to say thank you to, hi, I'm Chris. Hello, Chris, for subscribing. I genuinely don't know what to say to that, Tommy. I'm gonna be so for real. Don't worry, chat. With how good that last game was, I think this one has some serious cooking potential. Oh. That, Criminal Cat is, if you see Criminal Cat typing, that is him. You might remember... I don't think I've ever, talked on his account ever since I left, Washington, so... That's it. Oh, that's Mom! Oh, hello, Mother! I genuinely could not tell. I actually thought that was, Noah. Oh, that checks out. Yeah, because Noah uses the computer a lot. Yo, another subscriber who... That is my mom, yes. Yo, Dylan Duncan, appreciate you subscribing. You have joined the greatest YouTube legacy that'll ever be told. With a real content creator that makes real content. I know that a lot of the short streams in the feed are they're actually slop. You know, a lot of people that are either dono farming or like just like engagement farming, like not actually engaging with their audience. Don't get me wrong, like to some, like not right now, not on this stream, but on some streams I might look like I'm dono farming. And I mean, maybe sometimes I am, but I'm not doing it like the way everybody else is, where they're like, oh, chat, don't stay to red 100, it's gonna kill me, like. Even when I do, quote, dono farm, I do it more ethically, I do it more, how do I put it, bro, like, I do it as a real YouTuber, like. Oh, so true! Unfortunately... Actually, I probably shouldn't talk about my family's finances, but... They got their own battles to work on, you know? In the same way I do, so do they. I don't have $1,000 to give her either! Well, more, like, the way I do it, Alex, is I do it in an authentic way. Like, anybody who watches me for more than a second will know that I'm not just some random guy that doesn't give a shit about my audience. I care a lot about the people watching my content. That's why I talk to y'all a lot. You know, I try to make everybody feel like they're a part of something greater on YouTube. I want people to remember me as a personality. I want people to see me as authentic, you know? Sure, yeah, let's call it that. Tasteful dono farming. But I'm not doing it right now because I'm not monetized. The way I would consider it is, like, when I quote dono farm, I'm doing it to make things interesting. I'm not doing it to like soullessly take your money, you know. And some people in my audience actually kind of yearn for those days, you know. I was discussing that with one of my guys in my audience. His name is Vanix. He may not be here right now because he's working, but he was one of the big donators of last year. And for him, it made things more interesting because it gives you control over whatever challenge I'm approaching. Yeah. I'm literally just like emphasizing because I know some people will think that like doing any sort of dono farming makes you automatically bad, and I don't blame them for thinking that way because I do get a pretty uneasy taste in my mouth too when I watch other people do it. But if I watch them for a little bit and see that they're at least a real person engaging with their audience and like not begging for donations every second and trying to like squeeze out the big hundreds at every second, for example, it's okay, because as long as they're a real YouTuber making real content, it's fine. Damn, how close do you get, Cosmo? Oh, believe me, the amount of rounds I've sold on Pikame, everything looks so promising. Like, we have rounds like last round, and then at the last second, literally, if we had had just more space, we could have had our first Tropius. It was actually crazy how close we were last round. The pre-recorded rage bait streams. Exactly! That's what I'm talking about! If I ever resort to doing pre-recorded looking streams, and even if it's not actually pre-recorded, but it like feels pre-recorded, if I ever resort to doing that, like, come to my house and shoot me, bro, because at that point, I've lost what makes me me. It's like people who are not making content for the sake of like improving the days of the people watching, for building connections. The people who do it solely for money and nothing else. Those are the people that are like, those are the bad people. Like, even in my case, even if I am trying to raise money by streaming or whatever, I'm not only doing it for the money, I'm also doing it because I care about community, and I really care about community. Because without my community, I would have nothing. My life would be empty. It would be like having no friends, basically. That's not me saying I don't have friends, but without my community, I would feel empty. Oh, we got a rage baiter in the chat, you know. Hello, how do you say it? Luca Costanazum? I think that's how you pronounce it. If that was an attempt at rage bait, then you got my attention, but I'm not mad. You think that YouTube has become a place for like easy money through AI instead of a platform? Yes! That's another thing as well. See, I'm not just a streamer. I also make, I make shorts. And I am consistently posting shorts. Like, if anybody here is a fan of Mario content or Nintendo content, then I recommend subscribing if you're not already, because that's what I do. I am the only YouTuber with a degree in Mariology. So you will not get better Mario information anywhere else. Except maybe, like, Scott the Woz, but, you know, how can I ever compete with the great Scott himself? Ah, yeah, don't worry about him, Zach. Like, some people in this world, they just choose the rage bait because it gets them like the attention that they're lacking in other places, you know? I don't mind. It is actually really hard to make me like genuinely angry. I'm not someone that comes easily to anger. Okay, this is gonna be close. We can still salvage this run as long as we get another Mawile. Wait, if this... Oh, it's not gonna fit, is it? Damn! I had a... Yeah, the Pikachu could have connected. Like, I barely fucked myself over. Oh, you didn't have to time him out. He's probably not even here anymore, to be honest, but... Silver, like, are you Silver Unknown or just Silver? Because I have 2 Silvers in my audience. Well, yes, that was the old me, Owen, and, well, it did bring us the sexy Luigi inside joke. I'm not proud of that moment. I have since become a lot calmer at, like, games, you know. Like, hell, like, remember last stream how I failed the Gauntlet on the cave map? Instead of getting like, no, I fucking suck, I'm gonna kill myself. I just ended the stream. I was like, I was not angry. Silver Rev, okay. I figured you were Silver, like, Rev because, I don't know where Silver Unknown, hangs out these days. She hasn't really been in my community in a while. I think she kind of moved on, but, I had to be sure. Either way, welcome. Oh, not just tonight. I think tonight might be more reuniting because I'm getting more viewers on this stream. But everybody's been coming back. YouTube's been recommending me to all the people who used to watch me on my old channel. Because, while I'm pretty sure it's knowledge to everybody that's been in my audience before, to anybody who may not be aware, this isn't the same channel I streamed on last year. I started this channel because after I lost my streaming audience from taking that break, I felt so bad about myself that I felt like I needed a fresh slate to start over with. And so that's what I did. And I don't regret it. I do think to myself that if I had just kept trying, we would have eventually figured it out, but I don't regret it because I think a fresh slate is what I needed for the sake of like my shorts. Because the shorts weren't working partially because telling personal stories mostly didn't appeal to a broader audience because if they don't know me, they're not gonna care about my endeavors. But also, I think I just had tried so many things in the shorts feed that it ended up confusing YouTube too much. So I decided a fresh slate was what I needed to feel better about my channel, so I could start over and start a new era. But what that means is that I can use my old channel as an archive for telling my stories that I can look back on in the future. There's people that pops up once a month, but yeah, I mean, I think things are in the long term gonna be for the better. I think a fresh slate was exactly what the doctor ordered. It also means that I can rebuild my audience more organically. Because, like, my sub count may have said 80-something K subscribers on my old account, but I don't think I actually had that much because most people weren't watching the shorts, you know? They're just people that subscribed at one point and then forgot. They just forgot to unsubscribe. You know, accounts that eventually become inactive. People lose their accounts. They move to different accounts. Some people stop watching YouTube altogether. Things happen. Gonna go now. Alright, to Alex, have a wonderful night, and we'll see you again next time. Maybe again tonight, even. Scroll. Unfortunately, Zach, that is the majority of the short streams feed. It is brain rot, or people that like don't engage with their audience. That's why I'm saying, when you watch my content, it's a breath of fresh air from the brain rot. It's a breath of fresh air from the soulless Goy slop people that are taking, like, farming donos and engagement and stuff like that. People are like, don't spam noob in the chat, bro. They really don't do that. Like, I would never do that. I think that shit's annoying. Doing better this, content creators nowadays are centered on one thing, and when it comes to, well, I guess, I mean, that is normal human behavior, though. Like, if you're out of things to do, then why would you keep going? Luckily, I'm a content creator that's aimed towards long-term growth and building a brand. You know, like, I treat WillyNet as my brand. You know, all things WillyNet is my brand. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to turn my channel into, like, a marketing thing. Like, I'm not going to start a Lunchly 2.0, for example. What I would probably do is, the WillyNet you know on YouTube is going to stay the WillyNet you know on YouTube. I'm not going to, like, for example, I own a vending company, but I'm not going to start doing WillyNet vending content on this channel. If anything, I would start a different channel for different adventures. Keep my lanes dedicated to the things that people know me for. Maybe because my Minecraft videos become so peak this year, it's only categories that are actually getting put the work in. Well, I definitely would say I'm seeing less brain rots in Minecraft. It's still out there, but I think people are just, like, getting wiser to it too. Brain rot spreads in many ways, but Minecraft is becoming more of a sacred space for a lot of people. Which honestly is good. The less brain rot on YouTube, the better. Okay, well, I actually would be interested in doing a WillyNet plushie, but that's normal for YouTubers to do. Merch is one thing. Like, merch is honestly an expected part of the YouTube journey, and a lot of people like. There's nothing wrong with doing merch. It's something that to give to the people who care about it. I'm talking more like starting unrelated brands on the channel. Like, for example, like, I personally, even though Lunchly had its problems, I'm not against YouTubers starting brands and then promoting it on their channels. But I wouldn't do like a Lunchly situation where I start a completely unrelated brand from WillyNet and promote it on this channel. I might do a WillyNet plushie or like a WillyNet, I don't know, shirts or mugs or like whatever merch I'll end up doing. I would do something like that, but that would be related to my channel. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think the great meme reset of 2026 is gonna happen. Like, some people will participate, yes, but by and large, meme culture is going to evolve. Like, it goes against the very human psychology to, like, for things not to evolve. Yes, you can be nostalgic for something, but people aren't going, the majority of people are not going to live in the past when it comes to meme culture. That's why meme culture is constantly evolving. Oh, the Mario movie trailer. Dude, okay. I will say this. I think that Bowser Jr.'s voice is weird. And I think a lot of people think that too. But I know that the Mario movie universe is separate from, like, it's a different timeline from the rest of the Mario games. Where'd my music go? Oh, there it is. I think that I can look past Bowser Jr.'s voice being different from how we're used to, because the rest of the trailer looks absolute cinema. Dude, when I saw the launch stars for the first time, I was like, holy peak. And Rosalina, and dude, they're bringing back Megaleg. Megaleg was an amazing platforming boss. I can't believe we haven't seen Megaleg since Galaxy 1. I'm so glad they're giving us representation of, of games that, or like, of boss fights that otherwise feel like they've been forgotten. Megaleg, it was peak. I think it was one of the best, boss fights in the Galaxy Duo. Hey, what's up, Corey? Oh yeah, dude, the Prowler theme. You know what? I didn't actually notice it the first time around, but when I was reviewing it with one of my friends again later, and that shit makes me chuckle because that was a meme like 5 years ago. The Prowler sound effect was a meme 5 years ago, and some of y'all might remember that. Honestly, I agree. Like, bosses you can scale and climb that feel grand, threatening. Like, I'll always say it. One of the reasons why I love Galaxy 1 so much is because it took itself more seriously than Galaxy 2. And understand, it's not that a Mario game not taking itself as seriously is a bad design philosophy. Like, I also enjoy games like 3D Land, which was designed to be like a toy. It's supposed to have like a toy or candy-like feel. I was actually watching a short about this earlier. The very design philosophy of 3D Land was to be more bite-sized, more like quick and easy, like toy-like feel, as opposed to the grand cosmic feel of Galaxy and Galaxy 2. I'm not against a Mario game taking itself less seriously. That is by and large the majority of the design philosophy of Mario itself. But I am someone who appreciates a good story, and so Galaxy 1 having its melancholic and like scarier moments like that makes the game feel just all that more grand. That's why I like Mega Leg so much, because it's a boss that's way bigger than we are. We have to scale it to shut it down. And on a similar note, that's kind of why, even though it's not on the same level, I enjoyed the final boss fight of 3D Land for the same reason. While most of the game does have that candy-like, short and sweet appeal that it was designed on, when you get to the final part of World 8, where the world becomes dark red and scary, that's when you know that Bowser's done playing around. Like, shit's serious. And I think that's what made 3D Land's boss fight so peak. Now, I liked 3D Worlds too, but I think 3D Land's hits harder for that reason. However, the actual boss fight of 3D World was better because I liked the scaling of the tower. But I think the overall execution of 3D Land's fight makes it stand out above 3D Worlds. Let's see, Wonder Bowser Jr., Odyssey Kingdom, and Galaxy theme 3-in-1 movie. Oh yeah, well I think that doing stuff like Toast Arena in Galaxy makes sense too, because the Mario movies are a different timeline versus the regular games. They don't have to follow the same rules. Like, the galaxies of the Mario Galaxy movie don't have to be like the galaxies in the Galaxy games. You can have like whole kingdoms be their own like galaxies, be their own planets. I always wondered why the galaxies felt like were so small compared to like think about this, right? In Galaxy 1, when you leave the Earth is this huge planet, as it should be, because that's where everybody lives. But when you go out to all these planets and these galaxies, they're so small by comparison. Why is the Earth so much bigger than all the galaxies? It looks weird when you think about it like that. You just from Galaxy 1 and 2. You know, I'll have to do it. I should do it again. You might remember Yurik from the last year. I streamed Galaxy 1 and 2, and I did one Kaizo. Maybe we should finally go touch Galaxy Kaizo 2. I think I actually did briefly touch it, but we didn't finish it. Hey, what's good, Slater? Slater Little, welcome. We are playing Peak, a game. Oh, well, let's go. Honestly, I didn't even have like the top of the mind, but Peak game does do that. Sometimes the goal is to topple, so that way you can make more space. You want to clean up the board, you know? So we need as much space. We need all the Pokemon compressed towards the bottom, so that way we have as much space to work with and getting more trophies as we can. You started watching you and got a shiny. Oh yeah, it might be good luck. What's up, Happy Koopa Boy? You must be excited about Bowser Jr. in the Mario Galaxy movie. I cannot wait for the Galaxy movie to come out. It's going to be absolute cinema. It looks... I was actually a little nervous to watch the trailer at first, because... Well, Nintendo did really good with the last Mario movie. My expectations are really high for the Galaxy movie, because Galaxy is my favorite Mario game of all time, and one of the best games ever made, period. So, like, I have really high expectations. What if somehow they didn't deliver? But they did deliver. The Galaxy movie is gonna be good. I already know it. You can tell. What's the third name of the movie? What's the new movie's third name gonna be? Well, they could make a Luigi's Mansion movie. I think there's enough content unique in Luigi's Mansion they could do it. They got like a whole ghost haunting like saga. They could make it a Halloween movie in like 2027, for example. I don't think it'll be Odyssey, because Odyssey and Galaxy kind of work together in the Galaxy movie. Because like in Galaxy, how you go exploring different planets, in Odyssey, you're exploring different regions of the Earth. You're exploring in both movies, beyond the scope of like what you're familiar with. I don't think they would do Odyssey as a third movie. I think either like a Luigi's Mansion movie, or... I'm not sure what else they could do. They could do anything, but I feel like a next logical step would be to incorporate Luigi's Mansion mechanics. I'm thinking maybe like they could do something related to 64 DS, because that's where we get more characters, but... Like, of course, that was just Mario 64. That gets referenced in, like, the main Mario movie. Okay, this is a good run. You know what? I'm not gonna change the music yet, because this song's kind of peak. For those who don't know, this is the celebration theme. In Mario Party 8, my favorite Mario Party game, by the way. When you finish a star battle with other people. So not the star battle like story mode, but like party mode, basically. You go to like a venue where they're celebrating the game and they're giving out bonus stars. This is the theme that plays. I love this theme. Mario Party 8 was really good. I think it's underrated, just because it was like an early Wii title. It was like honestly, Mario Party 8 was basically a GameCube title that they just ported to the Wii. And you can tell because, for example, it's in the 4:3 aspect ratio. I'm gonna change the music now. It's in the 4:3 aspect ratio. A lot of the games don't require touch controls. It was kind of almost like they added it last moment. And if you look inside the files of Mario Party 8, there's a lot of early Wii/late to GameCube files, like the .thp files, which are like your MP4s, but for the GameCube and early Wii. So the file suggests that it was originally a GameCube title. And also the fact that the GameCube had like 4 Mario Parties. Why would a 5th one hurt it anymore? PS5 or Xbox? Well, I grew up with the Xbox, but I'm not sure, because with Sony giving up a lot of their exclusives, it's not like PlayStation has a whole lot going for it nowadays. I grew up with Xbox, but it's kind of the same deal with Xbox. Xbox is just you don't need an Xbox when you have a PC. I would say Xbox only because that's what I grew up with, but I would honestly say neither. I would just say get a PC. Uh-oh. I really need to get a Tapu Lele down here. Also, I appreciate you subscribing, Link Eevee. We could see some 64 worlds, because you go through the paintings in 64 to explore. Hey, what's up, Silas? The 64th Mario movie. Bro, I wonder if we'll even get that far. That would be like 100 years from now, at least. Oh shit, things are bouncing. Oh no. Is shit gonna popcorn? Is it over? Is he gonna popcorn and bounce out? I need these rotoms to touch. Rotoms, please go down. Ah! I think like a Weedle got stuck in the Mawile on the bottom. It caused things to bounce out. Oh, you gotta love physics. Where would we be without our lovely man physics? There's always that rare chance that something like that could happen, but honestly, things look pretty cooked anyway because we were kind of out of space. Wow, that was a good run up until the popcorning, though. You know, with how many delays they're making, we could unironically see the 64 movie before GTA 6. Like, next year they'll be like, oh, we need just one more year because, like, we just don't really feel like releasing the game, you know? We're just tired, you know? We're just a little lazy and, like... No, I know that they're trying to make it... They're trying to meet up to the expectations. They have a lot of pressure on their shoulders. Like, GTA 6 has to be the greatest game ever made, otherwise people are going to be disappointed. Isn't that an interesting thought? We were supposed to have GTA 6 this year, but... Oh, here we are, it's almost 2026 and it's still not out yet. It releases on your birthday? Well, that's why they delayed it. It's for your birthday, of course. They specifically looked at you and were like, bro, we gotta make this the best birthday present ever. But you know what? At least the silver lining of it getting delayed indefinitely, basically, is that we'll be able to continue making the GTA 6 jokes. What are we supposed to say when GTA 6 comes out? The end of the world before GTA 7? I think we're gonna miss making those jokes when GTA 6 finally comes out. We'll start making fun of how long stuff takes. Mario movie 3 after GTA 6, bro. No, El Nintendo. Oh gosh, El Nintendo. Nintendo's the worst company ever, according to the guys on the internet. And the guys on the internet never lie. Your birthday's in 6 days? Hey, happy early birthday, man. If you don't mind me asking, how old are you turning? You know, I actually had my 21st birthday less than a month ago. You know what I did for my 21st birthday? Absolutely nothing. Well, that's not true. I went to Golden Corral, but you'd think I would have had my first swig, but no, sir. Don't do drugs, kids. Don't drink alcohol. It'll kill you. 14? Well, happy birthday. 14 is certainly a year to turn. Oh, hell yeah. Chat, does anybody know where this song comes from? Oh, you're about to turn 16? Oh, so that means you're gonna turn 17 when GTA 6 comes out. Is that correct? 4467? This is, I have no clue what that is, boy. Welcome. It is not from that. I have no clue what that is. Oh, well, happy early birthday to you too, 4467. Oh, lots of birthdays in November. You know, it's funny, of the people that are active on my Discord server, y'all should totally join, by the way, if you're 13 or older. It'd be so cool. Link in my channel page. Oh, my Discord plug. A lot of people on my Discord server have birthdays in October. Oh, are you playing Undertale, or are you just saying that to be funny? Like, story of Undertale. Birthday's July. Oh, you see, it's been a couple months. Been a few months, actually. Hey, actually, July's not a bad month after your birthday, because it's summertime. You can have like an outdoor birthday party with sun shining. Depending on what you do, you can get some friends out there. Maybe have maybe like roast hot dogs and s'mores around the fire if that's what you like to do, bro. There are good things. Honestly, there are good things in every part of the year that makes like the year have different aesthetics. Like fall time is when those nights, those darker nights start to come, and like the street lights are out, and maybe it's foggy and rainy a little bit, and not like depressingly rainy, but let's just like imagine a dark night. It's not like the sky is dark blue, so it's not all the way black yet, but it's dark blue. The street lights outside are on. It's foggy, maybe a little wet, maybe like a little rainy, but not too rainy. Or the leaves, like the leaves turning colors is nice too. Winter, of course, you got Christmas time. After Christmas time, though, winter kind of sucks. Hey, what's up, Chris? Do. By making a comeback. Oh, I had like almost 100 earlier, actually. YouTube gave me a really strong push earlier. I hope they'll do it again. I hope that wasn't one time. Of course, YouTube's interesting. Sometimes there's slower parts of the stream, but knowing how short streams go, I might very well get another push later that pushes my numbers back up. Only time will tell. But hey, 30 viewers is not bad for where we're currently at either, though. What music is this? Knack? Okay, well, I don't think anybody took a serious guess. This is actually from Fortnite Save the World. Oh, it's Fortnite music? You suck, Willie Knack. Kill yourself. Oh, this is Fortnite music. Superhero idea. Someone whose birthday is in January. You could, yeah. After Christmas, winter kind of sucks. It's cold, and it's hard to go outside. Here's the real debate. Well, yeah, see, well, you know what's funny actually is I say this is Fortnite music, but it's actually not in Fortnite Save the World anymore. They removed it for some reason, even though this was a good song. There was like no reason to remove it, but they just did. And of course, I say that when Fortnite doesn't care about Save the World at all, even though I'm a Fortnite founder, bro. I feel cheated that they abandoned Save the World, basically. It had such a strong opening, and then it just turns into a grind fest that you never actually save the world. That's what disappoints me the most. There isn't even like an actual end of the game. You re-download Fortnite and you heard the lobby music for the first time in 3 years. Like the food critic. Well, which lobby music? The one that's considered to be the OG, or like the one from Chapter 1 that was like that came after the OG music? Both are peak. I have nostalgia to both, but I'm curious to know which one you're talking about. Even the one, yes. Well, it's because it's been so many years since chapter 1 that even that song, even like you gotta think, right? It wasn't as well received when it first came out, but because it's old now, it's nostalgic to a lot of people, including myself. Now, I never had a problem with it personally because I first joined Fortnite when that was the lobby music. Unfortunately, I don't have the privilege of being like a day 1 OG, and I wish I could have been, because I feel like there was a lot I was missing out on, but, you know, I just didn't know the game existed back then. I was also like 11, I think, so. For context, I'm 21 now. Maybe I was 12. I know I was 12 when I first played Fortnite, but that was in like 2018. And I'm 21 now. Let that sink in. Fortnite is so old. I am 21. Fortnite is so old now that, like, it's almost a decade old. Okay, you were giving me your idea. Supernova, they gain powers from being close to a supernova and had some radioactive waste. The radioactive waste somehow fused with supernova, give them powers. Some side effects make their skin look like stars. And okay, that sounds like an interesting concept, actually. You know, that reminds me. I also have a superhero story that I'm writing. Mine's called The Legend of the Ultra, and mine is where there's this element in myth, in legend, called Ultra, and one day, a scientist infuses it with a being he's trying to create, and then it creates a being that, at full capacity, would be virtually invincible. Like, the being that gets infused with the Ultra practically becomes God. Practically. Like, it's not all, like, smooth sailing, of course, because a superhero needs, like, a journey. They need to learn how to use their powers and all that, but at full capacity, at max level, good luck stopping him. But you're watching Pokemon while watching this? Oh, it does fit the theme. Is Royal Pair here? When did he chat? I don't see Royal Pair in the chats. Super cool, nice, good guy adventures. Woo! Now, I'm gonna tell you this though, chat. I know I mentioned The Legend of the Ultra. I'm gonna, even if it doesn't go under that name when I do eventually, like, fulfill it, I'm planning to make it into a movie series in, like, I guess the far future, because getting in a movie studio and all that is gonna take a lot of money, and I am nowhere near achieving that, but I want to realize my superhero story into movie form. So one day, those who are here today might see the movie in theaters, like, let's say 10 years from now, and be like, bro, I remember when that guy was playing Pikame like 10 years ago. Kind of, but I'm not working on it. Like, the most I would be doing right now to work on it is writing the plots. Any sort of actual animation or, like, artwork or actual production of the movie is a long ways away. A world set in space in a huge city that surrounds a ruined Earth. I think with mine, I consider my story to be a battle for the fate of the universe, or like for control of the universe, more specifically. So, but the home planet is Earth. So it takes place on Earth, but the adventures will take place all over the universe. To an extent, there are elements from like the Ultraman series where aliens from all over the universe come and invade Earth to do whatever they want to do. or like they live among people, stuff like that. Except, what's different with mine is that it's not just happening on Earth. Of course, like, superheroes fighting aliens is not an original concept. It's not like Ultraman owns the rights to all stories that involve superheroes fighting aliens, but like, what makes mine stand out is that it's not just a story that happens on Earth. It starts on Earth. It takes place on Earth, but it'll happen all over the universe. Will you drop this new analytics? Yes, actually, I have a channel on Discord where I drop my analytics when I finish streaming. Yeah, if you go to hashtag bulletin board, you can get the role to access it. It's called MRL Keycard. I don't think Royal Pear is here. Usually he comes in, sends one message, and then leaves. That's his normal behavior. Well, because I know Royal Pear. He's one of my friends. He's a busy man. I mean, having 5 million subscribers doesn't come without responsibilities. Usually he says cheese and then leaves. That's just, he says this that way, like, I know he was there at one point. That way I know he at least acknowledges my existence. Oh, gee, Royal Pear noticed me, guys. I feel so special. But I don't think he's one for watching streams. At least not my stream, because I ain't no Ludwig. I ain't no GC Nathan, like. Not a bad streamer, but I ain't no streaming legend, like... Maybe one day I will be, but... I think I gotta establish myself as a creator first. That's the goal. I want to be a legend. But I know that that's not guaranteed. Alright, fandom lover. I'll see you around, man. Maybe you'll come back later when YouTube recommends the stream again. But if not, then have yourself a most wonderful, epic, and lovely night. To say the least, I'm not giving up hope, you know? I'm gonna do what I can do to hopefully become a legend one day. Ooh, this round's not looking too good right now with all these Pokemon getting stacked. Not impossible to come back from this, though. We don't give up hope until it's too late. Like, there's an obvious spot where we're not coming back from it, but we have not reached that critical mass just yet. Oh, lucky me, dude. Oh wait, I really need that dual blade to go down. I really need to go down. It'll go down, right? It'll go down. Yeah, it'll go down. It's gotta go down, right? Shit's gotta go down. Yo, I appreciate you subscribing. The boy who loves the craft. Even this run is still salvageable. I see the vision. He's combined? Yep. Okay, down. Ooh, 2 Tapu Leles. Oh, damn. Being held up by a Duo Blade and a Weedle. It's still salvageable. Having a flashback? Going for Tropius. We're doing the Tropius Gauntlet. That means once I get to Tropius again, we have to get Tropius on the water map and the cave map without failing. If we get it on all 3 maps in a row, then we win the Gauntlet. And Pikame is truly finished. This is like the true final challenge. We've gotten in all 3 maps. We've gotten 2 in a row even. But is it possible to get it 3 times in a row? 1 on each map? I think it is. I also don't think it's as like impossible as it seems. This run's like 99% cooked, but... yeah, this run's like... Cookiest Maximus. Yeah, it's over, chat. I thought you were saying Pear was here because, like, he was actually here and I missed the message from him. Pear is the... I guess Pear is the Pokemon that comes after... Arceus. And that's why Tropius comes above Arceus in this game. It's literally a Royal Pear reference because the creator of the game... he is best friends with Royal Pear. Some of y'all might know him. His name is Hacked Crusade. He created Pikame. And... I am Pikame's greatest pioneer. I pioneered the game originally. I was the first guy to get a publicly recorded Tropius. I also won the Pikame tournament of 2024. And then when I wanted to start showing short streams again, I decided to bring it back. I had to get Tropius on the other maps since we had only gotten one on the water map by that point. Hackerseed was here. Sometimes he watches streams, sometimes he doesn't. I don't know what he's doing right now. He might be here. He might have this playing in the background. If you're here, Hack, say hello. Well, the reason why I say publicly recorded is because technically I was not the first guy to get Tropius ever. There was a guy that emailed Hackerseed with proof that he got it. But it's kind of irrelevant because there is a screenshot of it, but it's like basically doesn't exist. Maybe a better way to put it is I am the first YouTuber to get Tropius. And like the second guy to ever get Tropius ever. So like as far as the public is concerned, I am the first Tropius. I don't even think the guy that technically got it first cares. Because we haven't heard from him ever since. I don't even know who the guy was. Yeah, because Pear was here earlier, so he did send 1 message. Let me guess, he has 25 XP, right? Because he only sent 1 message. Do I have any idea what I'm doing after Pikame? Not yet. And that's another reason why I'm doing the Gauntlet as well, because what do I play after this? My philosophy when it comes to picking stream games is it needs to be a game with a challenge that like realistically will take a bit of time to complete, so that way we have time to make content, time to do a bit of dono farming, and time to like build an audience watching it. Like that's why games like Chained Together last year did so damn well, because The dono farming aspect of it was really easy. $5 to jump down a platform. That's a pretty good deal. And I made like $3,000 doing that. Kaizo could be a good one, but I'm not sure how to do the dono farming aspect of it because, like, what do I do? $5 to reset the level? I guess, but some levels might be really hard to figure out. I don't know. Like, it's not impossible. It does fit the philosophy of a challenge that would take a while, because choosing games that take a while to complete as well also just means more content. It's not all about the money. I look for games that I can make money playing, but it's not only about the money. I also try to avoid, like, meta games. Like, everybody in the short feed's playing, like, Snake or Sand Tetris, so I avoid those. So I don't, like, look like everybody else. I like to be unique. Galactic Purgatory for Mario Galaxy 2. Is that one mod that... There's this one guy I watch on shorts that, he's playing like a Kaizo mod of some sort. Is that the mod... Do you know what I'm talking about? I forget his name. He does like a bird call at the end of his shorts when he beats the level. I could do that. There are other Kaizo mods. I consider myself to be a Galaxy Pro because I've beaten Kaizo 1. But there are other Galaxy mods, and I'm pretty sure some of them are even more difficult than Kaizo. Hiroum, I think that's the guy, yeah. He's like an Asian-looking dude that does a bird call at the end of every one of his shorts. Oh, nice. This is a clean game so far. I like what I'm seeing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the guy I'm talking about. If he does a bird call at the end of most of his Kaizo shorts, then he's the guy. I gotta say, he's pretty skilled at the game. I might be a little rusty when I first come back to Kaizo, or like even Mario Galaxy in general, because I haven't played it in like a long time. But getting it back in the Galaxy itself won't be too bad. The thing with me is, I don't forget fundamentals. That's why, like, yesterday, I went back to playing Fortnite, because I was playing with, some buddies, and now I'm not gonna make this a regular habit. I don't wanna get addicted to Fortnite, because I know it's a perpetual cycle that eventually turns to me quitting the game again. But when I did go back for, like, to play with my friends last night, I was about as good as when I stopped playing. Because my building fundamentals, and, like, even my editing fundamentals, because I play with Simple Edit, were pretty close. I think my aim was a little janky, and I was having frame rate problems. I was definitely being hindered by my, like, the graphics, like, the frames dropping for some reason. What was I trying to say? But I overall played pretty good for having not played in a fat minute. So when it comes to fundamentals, I don't forget the fundamentals I build over time. What's up, Frog Motion? Well, unfortunately, that's just what happens, because you get Pokemon that you can't count on getting Pokemon like Weedles and Whoopers over and over to build them up. So you have to put them into a corner, basically, but then they end up building and eventually get stuck. Pikame is an unpredictable beast. Oh, okay. Arceus on the board right now. And not a bad setup either. We can work with this. Toyon the Go. Welcome. If we combine two Arceuses, we make Tropius, the final Pokemon. It's not even on the wheel because it's supposed to be secret, but like it's pretty common knowledge now because that's the whole like shtick of doing the Pikame on stream. if we combine 2 Arceuses, we get a Tropius, and we're actually doing the Tropius Gauntlet. I have to get Tropius 3 times on each of the 3 maps in this game without losing once I get the first Tropius. It is going to be the hardest Pika game challenge I've ever done. Yeah, I thought I pronounced it correctly. Toe on the go, yeah. Or I pressed a toe on, my bad. Toe on the go. Interesting name you got there. You like me? Yo, I appreciate that. I will say this, like, if you like authentic content with a real personality and don't like slop on the shorts feed, then I'm the guy you want to stick around with, because I make real content. I make shorts on YouTube as well. I make Mario and Nintendo themed shorts. And I'll combine other franchises in there as well. Like, I've done a few Deltarune shorts as well. Like Mario X Deltarune. I just believe in making real content because to build a community. So like, if you like real content, I would recommend subscribing. It is good for you. It's good for the YouTube algorithm, or at least for the YouTube ecosystem. The algorithm likes to play hardball sometimes, but we just keep pushing. I do the best I can. At least my streams have been doing well. You gonna make a long form? I unfortunately no, but the only reason why I haven't made a long form in a long time is because they're expensive to produce, and at least the first one was well not worth the money. I made the long form because I wanted to have a long form because of the events. But I ended up wasting $500 to make the video because I hire an editor to edit for me because it's a lot more time effective for me, so I can make money doing other things. So it was a really expensive project that ended up not paying for itself at all. And so with making long forms in particular, it's expensive, and if I was monetized and got enough views on the videos, I could justify it, and I would, because long forms are a part of growing on YouTube. You want to have long forms and short forms, but for right now, all I can really do is shorts. Ah, that's unfortunate. We got a little unlucky with the mons there. Yes. Well, so I am a independent contractor for DoorDash. That's where I make most of my money right now. I DoorDash because it gives me the freedom to do it whenever I want. And if I don't want to dash one day, for example, I don't have to. If I'm too tired, I can sleep. If I want to stream instead of dashing, I can do that. Like, I technically did that tonight. I went out to dash. Oh, I decided to stream instead of DoorDashing today. But I did wake up late, so it was kind of if I decided to dash, I probably would have been out till almost midnight. The vending machines, they're stagnant, so they're not like, my business is not dying, but I'm not growing it right now because I don't have enough money to get more clients. Hopefully once I get monetized on YouTube, I'll be able to make more, like, I'll be able to make enough money to get more clients in my vending business. That would be nice. But right now, my main source of income is DoorDash. I use it to pay the rent, and I'm visiting my family for Christmas this year, so I bought plane tickets with it. And I'm gonna be getting some presents for them too. But even DoorDash is pretty good too. I can make like 4.5 grand per month by doing it. I could even make 6 grand, but I would eat up pretty much all my time. So time-wise, I focus more on making around 4 grand a month if I can. But that's not bad either. Considering I have no degree. I did not go to college. Because I think college is a waste of money for most degrees. I'm not saying that college is a bad thing, but I think a lot of people don't need it, but we're being convinced we need it. And like, even my mom tried to encourage me to go to college when I knew damn well it was just going to be a waste of money. Which I'm not saying that her recommendation was, like, she had the right mindset, but it's expensive, and I don't need it. I'm a businessman. You don't need a college degree to be a businessman. Does it help? Yes, but it's also a waste of money. Alright, 4467. Have yourself a wonderful night. And maybe we'll see you back here a little later if YouTube recommends the stream again. Like you're just scrolling the feed or whatever. But if not, have a good sleep and I'll see you next time. What's up, Anthony Perez, or Perez, however you pronounce it. Welcome in. Only reason why you're 100% going to college is to play, if you play football. Otherwise, you'd just be there for the college experience. Well, I would not recommend going to college solely for the experience, because it is going to cost you big bucks. Unless your parents are paying for it, in that case, you know, take advantage, but if it's going to be getting paid for by, like, student loans or, like, stuff like that, I would not go, because unless you have a good reason to go. There are some degrees that are worth it, like, I wouldn't trust a doctor that doesn't have, at least a doctorate degree of some sort. Or I should say, I wouldn't trust a surgeon to work on my body if they don't have a degree of some sort. Slabzilla, we're doing alright. Today we are going for the final Pikame challenge, the Tropius Gauntlet. We have to get Tropius 3 times in a row, 1 on each map, without failing once we get the first one. The legends say that it is an impossible task, but I think it's possible. I also don't think it's as hard as it seems. We have to get a good map game on the overworld map, and then the water map is pretty much free because it's easier than the rest. And then cave map decides our fate. It'll probably take us a while. It might take us several streams to do, but I don't think it's as bad as it sounds. I know that we've been struggling a lot on the overworld map, but it's the hardest one. That's why we're knocking this one out first. Get the hardest one out first, and it only gets easier from here. If I can beat the Tropius Gauntlet, then I will truly be the greatest Pikame player of all time. I know my week's been pretty good. I've definitely been getting some streams in this week. I think I've been more active on YouTube this week than I have most weeks. I really want that boulder to go down. Don't think it's going to, though. Oh wait, it might. Oh, it went down. Okay, that's good. Next goal, take care of that whooper. Nice. Okay. If we get another Tapu, which we can. I'm trying to think. Okay, if we make another Rotom right here, it can connect to that Garchomp most likely, and then ideally, it should roll onto this Tapu. Then we'll have 2 Groudons on the board. 2 Groudons is a good position to be in. You've been busy working, getting your, a trade binder for your daughter to get her first. Oh, yeah, trading cards, nice. That's not gonna, it's not gonna connect, is it? Oh, did that? Oh, it actually connected, nice. Put you right here. Don't, okay, nice, don't roll off, and then. Oh, sweet. Oh, wait. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Just means we'll have, we'll get another, Garchomp over here. And build off of that. Gotta go to sleep. Do a dispatch? What is dispatch? There's somebody in my community that's like that's been talking about it, but what is it? Gotta come up with some good gift ideas for your sister. Well, what does she like? Because I could recommend based off things she likes. Isn't that a superhero choose your own adventure thing? You know, I suppose the name kind of would fit that. Money. Likes drama. Well, that's a little. Damn, I actually don't know what to recommend for that. Maybe you could get her like a tickets to a theater performance or something. I know, old grandpa's in the chat talking about how back in my day, Tropius Gauntlets were a pipe dream and it's impossible, you'll never do it, bro. Can we get an L Venix in the chat, guys? Bruh. I was trying to prevent the Whoopers from touching. Yeah, let's get L Venix in the chat, bro. See, Venix wants us to fail because he wants to preserve his title as the greatest Pikame player of all time. Back to work now. Yeah, that's right. Get back to slaving away in the coal mines. Pikachu was a different color because it was a shiny Pikachu. Depends on the day. Completely valid, actually. As somebody who grew up with many siblings, some days your siblings can just be a pain in the ass to deal with, but some days you love them. You know, some days they're really good to you. But what's important at the end of the day is that no matter the challenges, you still love your family in the end. Because after all, they choose to tolerate you too, if you think about it. I'm sure you're no goody two shoes to them every day either. Although that's more when you're younger. I know I'm pretty chill with all my siblings now. Well, actually, I'm an oldest child, so either I'm chill with like some of the siblings that are a little bit older in the family, or like the younger ones, they look up to me as as a leader. I'm almost like the cool uncle to some of my younger siblings. Till middle school. I don't know why it sounds a little funny to me. It's like you'd expect middle school to be the time of change and rebellion. I know that's how it was for me. I'll tell you what, get her a pipe bomb for Christmas, or for her birthday. That'll cause a lot of drama, trust. Trust. That'll certainly cause a lot of drama. Oh, damn, you gave that to her last year? Surely you're just one step ahead of me. Damn. Nice. Oh, that's a good Tapu Lele. Oh no, no, why is the Weedle sitting? Oh, fuck you, Weedle. I am kind of locked in, aren't I? Guess I'm just trying to figure out how I can save this run, because it's looking really scuffed. Oh, why didn't it connect? It should that shouldn't have sat on top. It should have connected to make an Arceus. I'll be right back, chat. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. My mic was not muted, I was just locked in for a second. Well, actually, my last name is Williams. But Will for short. Yeah, the real ones will know that Willinat is my last and first name put together. Rolls right off the tongue. It's honestly a shocker that nobody else had this name. Also, what's up, small Nintendo channel? I saw you in the comments section earlier. You have to know that my shorts are reaching out to the people in my my stream audience. Well, that's the hope. Man, I know, not a problem. Actually, been pretty busy today. Like, stream's been pretty busy today, which I like. I'm glad that YouTube's finally recommending me out more. This means that the near future holds great potential for success. And that's the hope. Also, not a lot, Tommy. No new Tropiuses to report yet. But I think we'll get one soon. It is a Suika clone, yes. The game is called Pikame. The goal of the game is to combine two Arceuses to make a Tropius, and I am doing the Tropius Gauntlet, which means you gotta get 3 Tropiuses in a row. There are 3 maps in the game, and you gotta get Tropius in all 3 maps. Once you get the first one, you have to get the other 2 without losing. If you do it, then you win the Tropius Trilogy, or you win the Gauntlet, and you are the greatest Pikame player of all time. It is rumored to be near impossible, and it might just be, but I am willing that, and you know what they say, if there is a will, there is a way. And there is indeed a will, therefore, no, logical conclusions. There is a willy nat, there is a willy way. That's what I like to say. Now don't go too far astray, or else you might just turn gay. Hacked the kind of person to make an insanely hard game with a secret thing that's 20 times harder. Well, getting Arceus is actually not that hard. Tropius is an exponential jump. It's like, Tropius was supposed to just be an Easter egg that he added. Like, if somebody finds out about it, cool. But when Royal Pair briefly streamed the game, I was like, bro, I gotta stream this too. But how can I make the? How can I stand out? Oh wait, Tropius. Of course, why go for Arceus when you can go for the Pokemon after that? And then it kind of became like its own challenge. Like, I invented the Tropius challenge of Pikame. I pioneered the game last year, and now the goal of Pikame is to get Tropius. That was my doing. Before, it was just, I guess it was just get Arceus. Kind of like the goal of Suika is to get with the watermelon. So naturally, you'd think that the goal of Pikame is just to get Arceus, but to most people, it is now to get Tropius, and that is my fault. The game is called Pikame. It is the Pokemon version of Suika. If you want to try it, look it up on itch.io. Search up. You can search up itch.io Pikame or Pikame by Hacked Crusade. It should show up on Google. And fun fact, the Hack Crusade is actually working on a sequel to the... What? Oh wait, that wasn't a Mawile. Whoops. Oopsies. My bad. Sorry, I know I was saying... He's working on a sequel to Pikame, called Pikame Story Mode. It's gonna have all the same mechanics you know right now. But with, it's gonna have a story. It's gonna play out like a regular Pokemon game. It's, the graphics are based on Gen 4. And the Pokemon battles are gonna have the Suika mechanics. Nice for my movement when I say this, but what happens when you get 2 Tropiuses? Oh, that has been asked before. I know what happens. They just disappear. So theoretically, if you get 2 Tropiuses, you could theoretically keep the game going forever. Now, doing that is like virtually impossible because getting 1 Tropius is already hard enough. Getting 2, that would require insane luck. Like, I guess really that could be the final challenge, getting 2 Tropiuses, but I think doing the trilogy is good enough. Well, that is if you get the modded version, Tommy. I tell you, it's really hard to get, though. You gotta go through a lot of hoops. You know, this song has been playing for a while. Let's get another song playing. You watch the stream, and this is the first version of Pikame. And how is there... it's because people like myself and Vanix have been giving this game life. So Hack's like, you know, I'm really into making games right now. I'll make a story mode. And I'm like, let's go! He's making a story mode! You best believe when story mode comes out, I will be streaming it. So I guess you could see that me streaming right now is also to prepare for the eventual release because I'm priming my audience for Pikame in the first place. So that's something that they will expect, even though I'm a Mario YouTuber. And then also, since I'm getting my YouTube Shorts streams audience like growing, so that way YouTube recommends me out more, it'll get more coverage because I'll have more viewers watching. So really, I'm playing my cards smart. There's no release date yet. He's still working on the mechanics and the fundamentals of the game. What it's gonna be? He's gonna release a demo eventually. Exactly, Tommy. We're hosting the Pikame campaign. And y'all are here for the ride. Y'all gonna be here when Pikame Story Mode launches. And it'll be available to the public to play too. It'll be free. Oh, actually, speaking of Pikame 2, and Suika 2, aka Suika Planet, that's actually another reason why he's doing this. He was originally going to do Pikame Planet, like he's gonna add another map with the planet mechanics, but he actually doesn't have access to the original files right now. So he's building Pikame Story Mode from scratch. So it's partially because of Suika Planet. Instead of working on this Pikame, he's making a new one from scratch. So he might as well make a story mode. And Pikame Story Mode is planned to have a lot more content than this one. There's gonna be like when it's all said and done, there's gonna be like a battle frontier and way more content and stuff like that. It's gonna be insane. Hacks in the studio absolutely cooking. This might also be a stunt to help you bring attention to his passion project, Terminera, which is a game he built with his own mascot, which is also coming together nicely. It's gonna be like Super Mario Wonder with different levels. Well, it's gonna be like the Pokemon games you know and love, with like the world map where you traverse the world like in the Pokemon games, but the battles will have the Suika mechanics. But we can get a better start. Yes, you're gonna fight Pokemon with a team you build. That's another thing with Pikame Story Mode. You're gonna be able to customize your wheel. Like you see on the bottom of the screen, the evolution wheel. You're gonna be able to catch Pokemon and customize that wheel. There's gonna be a lot of Pokemon to choose from. And there will be strategy to putting different Pokemon in different positions. For example, Weedle is the first Pokemon on the evolution wheel in this game, but you could theoretically have Weedle be your last Pokemon on the wheel. Which means that when you when you make all the Pokemon combine with each other, you'll be able to save space, but because Weedle is a weak Pokemon, it won't do a lot of damage. So the stronger the Pokemon itself is, the more damage it will do when you make combinations. So you have to strategically plan your wheel out, because if you put all your big Pokemon on there that do heavy damage, you could fill up your space too quickly and then you'll lose that way. It requires balance of Pokemon size and strength. It's a natural evolution. It's like going from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe to World. It's a natural evolution. This is Pikame evolved. You could do Arceus in the #1 spot. And fun fact actually, because I am the pioneer of Pikame, I'm going to have a side quest in the game that y'all be able to explore. I'm gonna be in the game. I'm not gonna reveal what it is, but it's not hard to figure out if you do a little bit of guessing. But I'm gonna have an NPC in the game, and I'll be a quest that you go on. Well, I will say this, I alone cannot make this game popular. I can pioneer it, I could probably reach thousands of people in the shorts feed playing Pikame story mode, but I alone cannot make the game insanely popular. You need big YouTubers like Pear and Johnny Eraser and other guys to cover it as well. I'm just one guy. You know, I can do my due diligence, but if you want the game to become popular, you gotta tell your favorite YouTubers to play the game. We need to start a movement. We need to get people playing Pikame again, you know? I want to see people streaming this game. It would be so peak to see. Yes, of course, make me big. I'm gonna get big streaming and making Mario and Nintendo content, but it's gonna take more than one guy. I'm just saying, make me big, but get other guys to play this game as well, because this is a good streaming game. If you're going to stream the shorts feed, this is unironically, no matter what size you are, a good game to stream. It just works because I've seen other Suika clones get streamed in the shorts feed. It's about watching the Mons fall. You're watching the Mons combine, the towers grow. It's watching progress be made towards an ultimate goal. Now, in other Suika game clone streams, there's no real goal, it's just dropping Mons, but in mine, we also have a goal to watch, so y'all are watching me reach a goal. Lieno! I didn't know you watched streams. Yes, I did. You've watched my streams before. Welcome. This is Lieno. Guys, this is the person that edits my shorts. National leaderboard. Well, Hack doesn't have the means to do it for Pikame. It would have to be fan hosted. But for Pikame story mode, it's possible. Oh, looking for an editor, Tommy? You can beat his prices, yeah, but you can't edit as good. Not yet, anyway. I mean, why do you think I stick with Lieno through thick and thin? Temu editor. What, yeah, with the Temu quality as well? I don't think Leo's gonna answer that question though. It's like, that's like asking how much. That's like asking how much somebody makes, basically. Don't worry, I pay Lieno a fair share to the best of my ability. I pay her an amount that she's happy with. A trick shot compilation, just a trillion, like, flashy edits for no reason, because that's what goes viral, guys. So you just gotta edit really good. How is that? Well, okay. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you, Tommy, because that could be private. But if Lieno wants to tell you how much I pay her for the content, then I'm not going to stop her. You know, I don't mind people knowing what I pay her, but it's like if Lieno wants you to know, that's the question. It's a mutual deal. Oh, don't worry. Even if he was the IRS, it's not from your country. OMG, guys. Fortnite lobby music. No way. Is this 2018, chat? Yes, this is also when I first started playing Fortnite, this was the lobby music. This is peak nostalgia for me. I do prefer the OG theme, but it's actually not for the reason that it's OG. I prefer it because I just like it. It sounds really good. And also, it's because the OG theme that y'all know is like the first theme of Fortnite actually wasn't just a standalone theme. It was a part of a bigger OST from back when Fortnite Save the World was being developed. Before Battle Royale was even a concept, that was just a part of the OST of the game itself. And I've come to really appreciate that. The OG theme from the first couple of seasons is more than just a theme made for Battle Royale. It was a part of a bigger soundtrack. Damn, Arceus, but it's in the middle. That is the worst spot to be in, bro. This run is dead. The run is dead! Yeah, baby! Not unless I can knock it down. Not unless I can knock it down. The fact that that did not kill me is nothing short of a miracle. What? The storyline? So, they stopped, like, they considered the game to be complete about 75% of its actual developments, because Battle Royale got too popular, and so they figured it wasn't worth the time to work on anymore. So like, they said it was a completed storyline, but it was not. Anybody with more than 2 brain cells knows damn well that they did not finish the game. They just said it was finished, that way they didn't have to work on it anymore. The main gripe I have with Fortnite Save the World is that you don't save the world. You go through this awesome campaign with a great storyline, and there's such great detail in the cutscenes in the beginning of the game. It has such a strong opening. It like gets you genuinely excited to experience the rest of the game. But after the first zone of the game, you start losing that. There's fewer cutscenes. And it starts to turn into a grind fest. And it's even revealed at the end of the campaign that you don't actually save the world. You just keep fighting indefinitely. It just stops, yeah. And that was such a low blow. I was excited to see the post-game. Like, Even if you were to save the world, you still have to defend it from... You still have to defend it from future attacks. Like there could be post-game missions where you continue to build outposts and like there's still zombies there. Even if you save the world, that doesn't mean all the zombies are gone. Unfortunately, you don't save the world. The zombies just never go away. It just sucks. As a Fortnite founder, I feel cheated. If I had like enough money, if I had fuck you money, I would buy Epic Games and then like personally hire a team to finish it, just out of passion. Like obviously, if I buy Epic Games, I'm not gonna like stop production on like Battle Royale and all that. None of that's gonna happen. I'm not stupid. I would just put some of their basically infinite resources aside to complete it. I don't care if it would lose money. Like, Epic's a multi-billion-dollar company. There's no way that they couldn't afford to finish it if they wanted to. They just don't want to. But that's only if I had the money to like, do that. That's not something I would do just out of spite. That's like, if I had fuck you money and I could do that, then I would do that. Oh, movie plug. I think it's the first checkmark I've ever had on my streams. Wait, actually, movie plug, you're from the old era, right? I'm pretty sure I remember seeing you last year when I would stream games like Pikame and other games. Pretty sure we've seen this guy around here before. He seems familiar. I thought so. I thought I remembered you from last year. Nix 6G6. First off, welcome. You are now witnessing the greatest YouTube story to ever be told. The name of the game is Pikame. It's the Pokemon version of Suicune. And the goal of the game is to combine two Arceuses to make a Tropius. And today I am doing the Tropius Gauntlet. The goal is to get Tropius in all three of the maps without failing. So once I get the first one, I gotta get the other two without failing. It sounds near impossible, but I think it's easier than it sounds. It's just I've been struggling with the overworld map because it's the hardest one. So we get the hard stuff out of the way first, and then we have a pretty solid chance. If you want to try it, yeah, just look it up on itch.io. Search up Pikame by Hack Crusade in Google, and it should appear. It's a pretty good game. It's worth a try. If you have a Windows PC, you can download it, but if not, you can play it in the web browser. Oh yeah, and if you like authentic content with a real personality, and you like Mario and Nintendo content, because that's what I mainly do. I stream various games, but I make shorts on Mario and various Nintendo topics. And sometimes Deltarune as well. If you like content like that, you should totally subscribe. But mainly because I'm a real personality that actually cares about my audience. Unlike a lot of the guys in the short streaming feed. And I'm not saying that to diss on people, but like, a lot of these guys out here don't give a fuck about their audience. See, small Nintendo channel gets it. You've watched the shorts? Like, you've seen them in the past, or did you just check them out now? Either way, that's nice. These are the only streams you watch since you can actually have a conversation. Yes! See, I'm not the only one in the shorts feed that does talk to their audience, but most short streams are unironically slop. It's just dono farming and engagement baiting. And like I said earlier, there's nothing wrong with dono farming, but you have to be a real person for it to be justified. You know, it's like at the end of the day, yeah, we all gotta make a living, you know, and if we can make a living streaming, that's good. But if you're gonna be the kind of guy that doesn't talk to your audience, you're gonna be the kind of guy that's like you can obviously tell they don't give a flying fuck about the people watching. They're only doing it for the money. That's just wrong. That's morally wrong. I appreciate that movie plug. I do my best. I genuinely do try my best. I wish YouTube gave my audience or give my shorts more views. It might just be that my niche is not as popular as it used to be. Because I know I went viral in 2023 making shorts for a little bit, and then I lost that audience because I took a break. And I haven't been able to pick it back up on the shorts since, but I do the best I can, you know? I make content that I genuinely believe in, and the people that watch me do believe in what I do. Streams will get... Well, to an extent, I understand what you're saying, Tommy, because when you do get bigger, it's harder to read every message. And I do fear that one day, I'm not going to be able to respond to every single message. As you get bigger, it becomes harder to read the chat, only because there's so many messages. But I will talk to y'all as long as I can. And even if it comes to a point where streaming becomes difficult to like talk to people, I got my Discord server. I'm always active on my Discord server. Or at least, like, I'm active within my community. This is true, Tommy. You do, blue name does help you stand out, but to be fair, if you have the blue name, I already recognize you, like, it's not like I'm going to ignore somebody if I know them. I mean, I don't ignore anybody, period, but it's not like I'm going to be less likely to respond to you, because I already know you. Well, having a high rank in the stream is nice too. But I wish YouTube did a better job of like giving out XP so it would be more valuable to people. Yeah, this run's fried. Deep fried in cooking oil. Bruh. Well, the thing with XP, assuming that's what you're talking about, Varrock, is you only get up to 75 an hour, and that's by sending 3 messages. That doesn't exactly encourage long-term chatting if the whole idea of the XP system is to encourage chatting. I mean, of course, it's supposed to encourage donations because you get XP boost for that. But I think that it would encourage more donations if it was easier for free-to-play people to get XP too. Because like, if you physically cannot compete with donations because you can't grow, your growth is capped when you're free-to-play. Like, somebody could send like $10 and then that's it. They're good for the rest of the stream. Why even bother competing with them, you know? Theoretically, it could mean a dono war, but it's unlikely. I think it's more likely to encourage donations for YouTube's sake, because they get a cut of the donations if you, like, if you encourage smaller donations over and over. Like, little things to help boost the competition. Of course, I'm not YouTube. Clearly, whatever they're doing is working for them if they don't change it. Let's see, what's the current leaderboard looking like? Vinrun's number 1 with 300 XP. You're getting close at your 225, but I think that means you've reached the cap for the hours, so you'll have to wait a little bit before you get more XP. I don't know, I think there's things YouTube could do that would actually increase their revenue and be more consumer friendly, but they don't do it, you know? I'm not YouTube. If I was the CEO of YouTube, then I would make some changes for the better. I'd bring back dislikes for one. I have no... Well, I know why they did it, but it's not consumer friendly. I think you can be consumer friendly and still make profit. I don't get why companies shitificate themselves just to make like 20 more bucks. I mean, clearly it's more than that, but like, at some point, do you really gotta be so greedy? I know the whole point of business is to make as much money as possible, but you gotta have some sort of moral ground. It's funny, because as much as I support capitalism, because it benefits people like myself that are making an honest, like, living, it's like money just turns some people, like, greedy for no reason. Maybe I don't fully understand it because I'm not a billionaire, but I'm someone that sticks to my morals, so maybe I'll never understand. What, you got AI age restricted because of Lego videos? Bruh. I'm lucky I haven't been age restricted myself. Well, I say that like I watch content for kids, but like I'm kind of lucky I haven't seen anything happen to where my account would get restricted. Look, Tommy, to get around it, just make sure you watch all your porn on YouTube. Quite easy. Money is just I use that can be turned in with it. Well, cash money is has like physical value, but like credit card, debit card, like bank account numbers are literally just IOUs. Yes, there are statements that say that you can take up to this much money from the bank whenever you need to, and they'll do it digitally. And then when the numbers change, your numbers go down, their numbers go up. That's just the bank saying, we'll give you this much money whenever you need it. It's just promises. The numbers reflected in your bank accounts are just promises that banks are making to each other that they'll pay this much money on your behalf. And that can also be redeemed for physical cash whenever you want it. That's why you can't become a cashless society. Otherwise, if there's no like physical backing to the money you have, they're just numbers. But also, any society that becomes cashless just gives up the control of their resources to whatever the central power is, whether it be the central banking system or their government. YouTube logic. Kids breathe so adults don't. Well, I guess I gotta stop breathing then. I can't breathe. I'm gonna die here. Oh. How did the concept of currency start? Well, it's because people used to barter. Like, you say you wanted eggs for like, you get like 100 eggs for a cow or something, but people didn't always have what you needed specifically, or you didn't always have what somebody else needed specifically, so trading complications occurred. And you couldn't always get the resources you needed because you didn't have what somebody else needed. So we invented a common currency. Everybody wants a common currency, which in our case is the dollar bill, or like just money. So you could get whatever you needed without having to have what somebody else specifically needed. Instead of dedicated trading, we invented common trading, so that way if you didn't have what somebody else specifically needed, and say like they were the only person in town that could give you what you needed, you wouldn't be screwed. You create a central common currency that everybody needs, that everybody wants. You can trade that common currency for whatever you need. Everybody wins in the end. And they can trade, and then they can trade that currency for something else.
And the more and more and more that you go and feed it, the more hungry it'll get. But, you know, you really can't blame greed. No, that's stupid.
Yo, isn't it ironic that this song about greed is playing? We were just talking about money and billionaires.
One that always needs to feed, and it is never satisfied. You get it? But the more you try to find it, the more it likes to hide. Now listen, that is a nasty little word. I like to call it pride. See, now that's why you're biggering. Listen here, idiot, and figuring on biggering. But that biggering's just triggering more biggering. Got that? All right.
Oh yeah, we are getting more viewers again. If anybody is new here, say hello. I want to greet y'all. I really need these two Garchomps on the bottom to touch, but I know damn well they're not going to. Oh, okay, nice. Wait, we can get Arceus on the board if these two Garchomps touch. Yo, what's up? Lockable Skate. Welcome. You are now witnessing the greatest YouTube story that ever be told. Oh, 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 oh. That really ended the game. Ah, that's unfortunate. Lingzay, watching this, oh, I understand. I got buddies that were grinding shinies in the game too. Gotta complete that shiny dex. But you know, this can be good background noise for you while you're doing that. I mean, hey, it is Pokemon. The name of the game is Pikame, and the goal is to combine two Arceuses to get a Tropius. And in my case, I'm trying to get a Tropius on all 3 maps in a row. No failure after the first Tropius. I'm calling it the Tropius Gauntlet. If I can do it, I will become the greatest Pikame player that ever lived. Yes, exactly. You are now witnessing the greatest YouTube story to ever be told. Because, I mean, am I wrong? Like, authentic personality, good content, an uphill battle against the YouTube algorithm? Like, when we eventually overcome it and get to 100,000, a million, 10 million subscribers, like, Aren't you gonna look back one day and be like, man, I remember way back in the day. This is only the beginning. Anybody who's here today is here early. I hope to one day be up there with the legends like Markiplier and Jacksepticeye and DanTTM, like. And in more recent times, like Royal Pair. Dude, Royal Pair's one of my friends. I want to be up there with him. Like, when I get bigger, Royal Pair and I will probably collab. What's up, Venus Blecker 524? You are now witnessing the greatest YouTube story to ever be told. To anybody who is new here, if you like what you're seeing here, or if you like Mario and Nintendo content, I make Mario and Nintendo shorts. I would recommend subscribing, because, you know, if you like real content and not slop, then you're in the right place. I'm just a guy with big aspirations that completes difficult gaming challenges on the shorts feed. And makes some pretty bomb-ass Mario content. Like, I like to believe that my Mario shorts are genuinely good. Oh yeah, I'm also a pretty big fan of Deltarune. I've done a few Deltarune X Mario shorts on my channel too. If you like Deltarune, well, it's not as common as like the other things I do. I have covered Deltarune on a few occasions, and I might do more in the future. Boy, oh boy, it sure would be nice if... Well, it would have been nice if those Rotoms touched, but I'll have to make another Rotom, I guess. Like this. Well, actually, let's build a Rotom right here. This is not dead run yet. What's a great Steam game? Okay, actually, I have a pick for you. I don't know if I'd say call it niche. It's somewhat popular. Well, actually, you may not be able to play it if you're not able to play like M-rated games, but I'm a fan of Payday 2: The Heist. Got that on Steam. It's a pretty good like time killer. You just go on virtual heists of different sorts. Oh yeah, that was a pretty good save. We got Tapu Lele and Groudon. There's that Weedle sitting down there. That's no good, but if I can make a Rotom, I might be able to push it upward. Yes, but not like a competitive first-person shooter. It's a story-based first-person shooter where you go on different heists. There's a storyline to it and everything. Okay, the Weedle is sitting down there, but that Weedle's in a better spot because we can still combine with the Tapu Lele. and then make some good space. As long as we get good with the Pokemon. If you've ever wanted to simulate what it's like to be on a heist, well, I would definitely say there's a lot of unrealisticness to it, like taking on hordes of FBI agents with like by yourself or with like a few other. Well, it's not just by yourself, but if you're not playing with other people in real time, it's a bunch of computer players. It's extremely unrealistic in that front because if you're gonna be in real life, if you went on a heist and you were like swarmed by FBI agents, you're dead. But the fact that it's unrealistic makes it better because it's not supposed to be realistic. It's supposed to be fun. It's unrealistic. Huh, I would know. Well, how would you know? Have you gone on a heist in real life? Come on, bruh. Come on, Rotoms, you can touch. I believe in you. Okay, this is not bad though, because I can still make a couple more Rotoms and get that Tapu. But but then again, no, I should build up here because we want to have no, okay. Strategy, build on this side because we want to have Tapu and Garchomp down here to make it easier when we get Arceus. We don't want to build on the Arceus, so we're gonna build on this side. This setup isn't as bad as it looks. Roganola look like a croissant. That's Bulldor, not Roganola. Unless you're talking about the Pokemon with the two blades. You talking about Bulldor or the Pokemon with the two blades? Because I actually don't know its name. I thought it was called Dual Blade. How do you call a dwarf a Bigfoot? A small? Wait, is that supposed to be a joke or I'm a little confused? Mainly because of the way you like typed it out. Oh yeah, that Weedle is totally shredded, bro. Indeed, I am streaming. I call you butt off. Yeah, I am streaming. We have began attempting the Tropius Gauntlet. Anyway, the run is dead. Oh, damn. Where did all my good runs go? I was doing so good earlier, but... Oh, EP. Sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. Because I've only seen her all once, I forgot. I'm sorry. I'm not the best with names. I'm trying my best out here. I recognized the account because I remember you coming. I just forgot that you were EP. Whew. Oh man. Not a bad start, I must say. Oh, by the way, EP, so you weren't here when I did it, but I did end up getting Tropius on the overworld map. And then I did it again on the water map the next round, so I'm the first guy in history to get 2 in a row. So now we're doing the Gauntlet to get 3 of them in a row. Without failing. Ooh, nice. Okay, we got Tapu Lele and Groudon next to each other. Well, that clears out that Pikachu too. That's what I like to see. Perfect. You have to go to sleep. I'm trying to remember. You probably have to go to sleep. Oh, but if you go to wake up tomorrow, oh, well, I'm gonna be real. Well, I mean, I'm not giving up yet, but we're probably not gonna get it tonight. Just because, like, knowing the patterns of other streams. But of course, there's that chance, you know. Don't leave everybody yet, because we might get it. But if we're being realistic, it'll probably happen another day. We're just gonna keep on trying till I get too tired to keep going. Nice. This is good. This is good. Alright, Arceus on the board. But it is in a weird spot, so I'm not gonna change the music unless we can push it over. What do you mean? You can't hear it, Vinrun? I guess it is more a more peaceful song, but there is music playing right now. It's very quiet. Oh, I'll switch it. It was pretty quiet, yeah, you're right. Well, no, see, I like the song that was playing. But we said it was too quiet, so I figured I might as well change it. It's kind of, people have mixed feelings about the Fortnite Alpha OST, so. Oh, damn. Let's see. How long have we been live for? I don't know, a little bit longer, but I am definitely starting to get a little tired. That's probably why we're not doing as good. Probably give it a couple more games. Oh, but I will say this, I did wake up with a little less than enough sleep, but it's because I stayed up really late last night. You go to bed, you shall let your presence. Alright, hey, have a good night, Zog, and I'll see you again in the next one. Which should be soon. You know, with every stream doing better, I have a good feeling that the future is gonna be bright. Chopping veggies, you making like some soup or some salad? Oh, hamburger! Oh, nice. Work here. Oh yeah, we got that shiny Rotom. Oh, this is actually one of the new tracks added to the stream playlist today. It wasn't in the playlist last time. This is one of the best tracks from Galaxy 2. Yeah, it wasn't in the playlist last time. I don't know why it wasn't. I had it on my computer. I just didn't put it in there. I guess because I had tried to prepare the list kind of fast. That's why I delayed my stream today, because I was getting more songs in the playlist and also setting up the Tropius counter. Sup, GGR to 12. My favorite Pokemon? It's pretty basic, but I like Pikachu. Can't go wrong with Pikachu. Pikachu's both cool and cute, and has some pretty cool attacks as well. Not exactly meta for competition, but I don't play Pokemon for competition anyway. I'm more of a Pokemon for the story kind of guy. Welcome in, though. Yeah, can't go wrong with Pikachu, you know? I know it's basic, but like... I mean, some other ones I like as well are... I like Swampert and... Well, I forget its name because it's been a while. The evolved version of Oshawott, its final stage, that one's also really good. Like, I like water types if I'm going by type. Water types are my go-to. My next stream, well, so I don't exactly stream on a schedule, but I've been pretty consistent this week, so maybe tomorrow, but if not tomorrow, sometime later this week. I've been trying to stream a lot recently because I'm trying to get my channel monetized. It gets my watch hours up, and I've been getting more and more viewers on each stream, so I probably get there sooner than I expect. So YouTube will do a pretty good job of recommending the streams when I go live. But if you don't want to miss it, make sure you to subscribe, assuming you're new, because I think you're new. I don't think I've seen you before. Make sure to subscribe, because then YouTube will recommend streams more likely. And my shorts. I make shorts. I'm pretty consistent with the shorts as well. I make Mario and Nintendo content. So like I kind of stream whatever I want in the shorts feed, but for like my actual shorts. Oh, perfect. Yeah. Then YouTube will recommend it whenever I go live next. It'll just be whenever I catch a moment to do so. Maybe tomorrow, but we'll see. But until then, yeah, have a great night, man. I'll be ending pretty soon, too, because I'm getting pretty tired myself, and I think we're past our prime for the stream. Oh, this is a clean game so far. I'm liking where we're at right now. Groudon and like basically no trash. Or are you out of here too, Vinrun, or are you just saying goodnight to GGR? You said you had fun. You had to run the old channel into the ground. Well, I didn't. Oh, it's not that I had to. It's just that I feel like I did because the reason why I feel like I ran my old channel into the ground was because I went too hard on short streams and not enough on other content. But also my content strategy on my old channel, by the time I was heading towards the end, wasn't a good one for going viral. Don't get me wrong, I made great content. I had plenty of humor, and I think my ideas were good, but they were too personal for the most part to appeal to a broad audience. And since that I had many faces in the shorts feed on that old channel, I think YouTube was also just confused on who to recommend my content to, so trying to shift strategies was just gonna be a lost cause. And ultimately, the final nail in the coffin was when I came back to stream again after a couple of weeks of not doing it, and everybody was gone. So I thought I was just gone and couldn't recover, basically. So when I say I ran the channel to the ground, it's more that I feel like I ran the channel, like the shorts virality potential to the ground. As much as I want streams to work out, like I want my shorts to work out too, because I'm not just a streamer. And really, I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm a streamer at heart in the way that I'm like a content creator. I think my main priority isn't about streaming, it's about making good content that goes viral. I should have shorts doing well, and ideally long forms, but that comes later. When I felt like I had dried up any potential for virality with my shorts on YouTube, that's when I felt like I needed to start a new channel, just get a fresh slate. So running into the ground wasn't so much that I couldn't, like, maybe pick back up my short streams audience, but I felt like I didn't have any chance to bring back my regular shorts. Okay, good game, good game. This is a great run. Okay, next step is to build. We want to build on this side. Non-top Arceus on this side, the left. You had the speed run? Wait, what did you go to your stream? Oh, what do you mean by that? Like, I would assume that you came to the stream because YouTube recommended it. Unless you were notified of it, and then, like, but you chose to go through the shorts feed somehow. You go to the archives, YouTube, and your old shorts and comment on it. Wait. Oh, to find my channel. Like, were you just checking to see if I was live, and then lo and behold, I was, or am I missing some sort of context? I see. Well, you lucked out this time. But at least for now, I should be going live pretty often to help work on getting this channel monetized and for growing the channel too. Like I enjoy streaming as long as like people are watching, you know. That Fortnite short you commented? Oh yeah. Yeah, that was the last piece of content I made on my old channel. It's kind of funny that I made that meme in the first place. I just felt like making it for some reason, so I did. Oh, what the fuck? Dude, I swore the run was dead. The gods came down and gave us a second chance at life. Oh my gosh. I was like, holy dead run, but what the That's unfortunate. We were given a second chance at life and I got unlucky. And that's where I'm gonna call it good here, because I am getting a little tired and maybe it wasn't that I got unlucky, maybe I just didn't think straight. I don't know. I definitely passed the prime. We did so much better at the start of the stream because I was more focused or something. I don't know. It's weird that like after a while things start to just get worse, but it's a part of streaming, you know. It's a part of it's okay. You know, we get better with every run. You know what? I know we didn't get a Tropius today, but
Adonis, a verdant god. Luigi is our true god. His biceps could crush the stars. His pecs, they have won our hearts. Sexy Luigi, he will set us free. Worship Luigi's name, and his physique all the same. The fruit of his labors slain. Luigi cannot be tamed. Sexy Luigi answers all our pleas. With nothing Luigi wins. He cleanses us of all our sins. We'll stand up, all rise. Praise be to his wondrous, thunderous thighs. Luigi, I just wanna touch you all over your manly chest. Wanna bury my face in your breast. Luigi.